Welcome everyone to episode number 2 of Next Play. My name is Judy Jackson.
And I'm Kendal Vickers.
And we are here with a special guest. He just retired from the NFL and he's joined a different team in this new chapter. He's part of the premier sports and entertainment team in Jacksonville, Florida with Compass. Welcome, Kameron Cline.
What's up, y'all? Appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So we're going to dive in, and we want to know about your transition from the NFL to real estate because it's a whole different ball game. So we want to make sure we understand your side and what you've been in real estate for a few weeks now, or a couple of weeks actually. So
yeah, about 2 months.
Yeah.
It's been a long 2 months.
Yeah.
I'd say, but I feel like it's been a slow transition from playing ball because Vic knows we were football players for so long, and you're a football player for so long, and then all of a sudden you have to switch out of it, and
yeah,
I feel like some guys, they have a plan before, like they already know what they want to do after they're done, but most of us don't. I'm kind of coming out of that hole that I was in right after the season.
You've been playing football for how long overall?
Since I was 7 years old.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. And I'll add on that too. It is tough, and we talked a little bit about it on the first episode. And I think the tough part about what Cam was saying is that we have played this game for so long. And you even played it younger than I started playing in middle school and then going into high school. And I already knew what I wanted to do. And I'm sure you had dreams and aspirations to go to the NFL and all that stuff too. And to have this game, it just abruptly stops. It doesn't, like, you don't get a 2-week notice. Like, you don't get any of that stuff. It's you're playing and then you're not. Or you're playing and you're not, and then you're trying to get back into the league. And for guys like us who are trying to figure it out, I mean, it just says a lot to you, just as a person, to just come into this and just really just say, okay, I'm gonna put my foot forward and I'm gonna go all in on this and be successful at this. And the same things I do in football that made me successful during that, I'm just gonna apply to that with something else. So
that work ethic, huh?
Yeah, that's one thing that we build as athletes over here. So
yeah. And the team dynamic, I think, implementing those, that work ethic with a team.
I'm starting to learn that a lot of this business and real estate is team heavy. I feel like all the most successful people in this have a team, like a good team around them, and we grew up playing a team sport. So I mean, it kind of translates.
Absolutely.
And you were in the NFL for how long?
5 years.
Wow, that's still a long time.
It went by so quick though.
Those are dog years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah,
and everyone tells you too. The whole time, my whole career, everyone was telling me like, "Hey, the days are long, but the years are fast."
Yeah,
and they were not lying about that. They weren't.
No. What teams were you on?
So I signed undrafted to Indianapolis, and I was there for 3 years, and then I signed with Buffalo, and I was there for 2. I was with the Jets for like 2 weeks. We don't count that.
Well, tell us, what was the exact moment you realized, okay, I'm done with football. I want to do, go on to the next chapter of my life.
Honestly, I feel like when you know. When I kind of like lost my love for the sport, you could feel it, you could tell,
Yeah.
Towards the end of my career, I started losing love for it, and I was at training camp this year actually, so that's how recent it was. But I was out at camp, and my back locked up, and the old me would have played through that. The old me would have been out there stiff, running around stiff. Hey man, I'm trying to get cut, but. I don't know. It kind of like, I just had a feeling like, yeah, it's time to move on, My back locked up. I was like, yeah, I'm sitting out, and it was camp, so I was like, yeah, it's time to hang them up.
Yeah, that's the injury piece. Again, a lot of people don't see that part of the difference between being hurt and injured.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times, as us undrafted guys, I was undrafted as well, and you don't go into a situation with anything given to you. So you go in, if you get hurt, like you're out there, you're
Right.
there practicing. Like
Right.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's if you're a first round, second round draft pick, or you got signed to a big deal or whatever, and you have the same injury, you might be able to sit out a couple of days. That's just how it is. It's just how the business works. So kind of the same thing for me as well. Those things that you deal with on a day-to-day basis early on, you're like, I'm gonna just play through it.
Yeah.
Towards the end, you're like, is this worth it?
Yeah. No, I'm good, man.
I just locked up. Like, is this safe? Like, and you start thinking, like, oh man. And if I'm not 100% in all the way, then it's best to not be a part of it. And that was part of myself as well. I'm either 100% in or I'm not.
Right.
And that's the decision you have to try to make.
Right. And there was a lot of times where we really shouldn't have been out there playing through them injuries, but we were. And that's why we lasted as long as we did.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, my two kids played football. I don't know if you know that, Cameron. And one of them played college level. And
How old are your kids? Sorry.
My oldest is 27. My youngest just turned 21.
Okay.
And they both started around 5 years old, and they played all throughout. And just they both lost that passion after so many years. And when they, talked to my husband and I about it, because we thought that their whole goal throughout playing was to get into the NFL. But once they got to that level, they just realized I lost that passion. And when I heard that, I'm like, okay, I don't want you guys getting hurt because that love for the game isn't there. When you lose that passion, you tend to, do stuff that you shouldn't and extend yourself. And that I didn't want my kids to get hurt. So I supported that. And they just knew kind of what you said. They just knew in their hearts they were done.
Right. Because it takes so much heart and hunger to make it that far in football. And you don't have that, like you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in your case. Because again, undrafted guys, you don't have that benefit. You go in and if you don't make it work, then they'll go to the next or whatever. You get drafted in the first round, you're guaranteed 4 or 5 years if you're not about it.
Just because, right?
Yeah, just because.
I guess they're waiting for us to mess up, right?
Yeah, exactly. They were drafted. I'll just go get the next guy.
They're looking for something.
There's so many.
Exactly. So you being 5 years and having a career and that's above the league average as well. You should be proud of that. So
what is it, 2?
Like 2 years. Yeah, it's not a lot. So it's a grind, but you get to support your family doing stuff like this. So it's pretty cool.
There's a blessing for sure.
Yeah. So what made you decide, I want to do real estate? I mean, what was it that made you draw to it?
So I've always been interested in real estate, and it was more on the investor side. Because Kendal knows in locker rooms, that's all. You go in a locker room, it's like everyone's an investor in the locker room.
Is that the conversation in the locker room?
Right.
Yeah, everybody's a financial advisor.
Right. All of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that because it's like, they kind of inspired me, So I always wanted to invest in real estate. And then when it was time to be done with football, I was like, you know what? I might as well get my license just to get it, right? And I saw Vic just started, and I hadn't even known that. We hadn't spoke before then.
Yeah.
So I had him up, oh, you doing it? I'm doing it too. I'm getting my license as well. And then that's kind of how we got to this point.
It's funny because me and Cam were close in Buffalo. Like Cam's probably my closest friend in Buffalo. And
that's when I met Cameron, I think, when you went out there and
we're home and I had to reach out to you. And the thing about it is that, and this is kind of the the dream that I had was that a lot of guys, we already talked about just the work ethic and a lot of the qualities that we have that get applied from football to whatever you do outside of it. It's a perfect example of somebody that wants to, hey, like, what are you doing as far as real estate? And I kind of explained what I was doing and how I got my license and the kind of classes I took and the prep I had to do for it and all that stuff. And he's just a perfect example of somebody that I just try to be, hey, this is exactly what I did. And if it works for you, great. If you find something else that works for you, great. But I just try to lend my hand out as much as I can as far as that. And luckily he's a part of the team now. So that's great.
Yes, sir. It was very helpful, honestly. If you weren't doing real estate, I don't even know. I'd have just been out here trying to figure things out on my own, you know.
Support is definitely important.
Yeah.
And we have someone that, understands us and gets us and is there for us, that, we excel in many ways when we have that type of support.
What made you want to get into real estate, Judy?
Actually, funny enough, my sister-in-law, she's been in real estate for a long time. And when all my work career, I worked for a financial institution with a bank, and I was a branch manager, and I hated it. I really hated it. And I'm not going to say which bank, but I knew that wasn't my career path. But at the time I had little kids, so I needed something stable. And every time she kept telling me, you need to get your license. You will do really well. One day it just clicked and I got my license, but I only did it part-time. So that wasn't easy. It was her that really convinced me to do it. She saw, how I worked and how I managed my team as a branch manager. And she's like, one day you can build that team. So it was a little snippets that she would feed me. And just one day I just decided, you know what, I'm going to get my license. It wasn't until like 5 years later that I decided to do full-time real estate. So.
Right. Because it takes a little bit longer doing it part-time, huh?
It does. I never recommend it. Doing it and experiencing it, it doesn't help your business. No.
Right.
I can imagine doing real estate part-time.
Right.
The amount of hours you have to put into it already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have a bedtime. I wake up early.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a 24-hour job. Like if you're, obviously there's certain times during the night where you have to kind of turn your phone over and like, okay, cool, it's family time and all that stuff. But it's crazy. It's more so. I may have been saying this on the first episode, but I travel more now than I did actually playing football. Like doing all the things, networking, going to different events, the conventions that you've invited me to, me going down to Miami and doing more events, like going to local events, meeting other realtors, getting your name out there, telling people, hey, I don't just play football. Like I'm doing this as well. And it's worked out. It's just a lot of work. And I'm like, man, if I was doing this full time, I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's been a huge adjustment for me, just getting out there. I know we spoke before I started this.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, hey, you're going to have to be, because he knows me. He's like, hey, you're going to have to be outside. So he kind of prepared me for that beforehand.
You're going to have to step out the door.
Right. Hey. I've never had to do, it's never been a mandatory thing for me. So my homebody has
you're your own computer. It's your business. So you have Yeah, the business is not going to come to you, unfortunately. I mean, it will, and little referrals here and there, but your overall business comes from you marketing yourself.
Right. I'm just trying to stay as consistent as possible. Just keep planting seeds out there.
That's key. Consistency.
Right. Yeah, I'll call Cam after practice. Like, hey, bro, come to the house. Like, okay, cool. But I know Cam. If Cam goes to the house and sits down, he's not getting back up.
He'll just sit there.
And I'll see the next day, they're like, you was at the house chilling, huh? He's like, yeah, bro, I went to sit down. He's like, oh, I was in the house. I'm like, yeah, that's why after practice and we leave the facility, you come straight to the crib.
Yeah, you gotta be right away. I gotta stay outside. If I'm outside, I gotta stay outside.
Right, exactly.
Social media has been an adjustment for you too.
That's another one. Yeah, I've never been a social media person, so that's
same.
So I'm a lot of adjustments right now, just trying to get more comfortable just being out there, you know.
Mhm.
And doing this will help too. And I had the same issue with social media as well. I hate social media.
So, bro,
I hate it. And it's just a lot of stuff on there that's just social media is a tool that's very beneficial
right.
in the space I ran, but it's also distracting. And it has a lot of stuff that just we could do without, just as
Right.
in humanity. But
Mhm.
it's for what we do, it's important. So that's probably the biggest adjustment I had to make too, as far as just posting on social media, being out there. People honestly, Cam, people want to see what you're doing.
Mhm.
Like as crazy as it sounds, like man, I'm not doing shit but sitting on the couch and doing. If you record yourself playing video games, I know
They'll
you
watch it. Huh?
Watch it.
watch it. They'll literally watch it. It's like, oh, this is what they do on their time off. This is what they and people
You know
are
why? Because people are nosy.
that's true.
And that's one of the harder parts for me is because I like to mind my own business. You know what I mean? I like to mind my own business. I like privacy, you know, but
Yeah.
starting to kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Make
And you
some
don't have to
things
share everything about, what you do, but it's important that when you're beginning, that they get to know who you are,
Right.
to put yourself out there, out of your comfort zone, you'll reap the rewards for sure. And it takes time, but you'll get there.
We'll get there.
So tell me a little bit about, you've been in the NFL for 5 years. What kind of skills or mindset do you think will help you along the way in your real estate journey?
I feel like just the determination and just like the hunger to get it. You know, my first 2 years, I didn't, honestly, almost my whole career, I didn't have a plan B, you know, which is also why it was harder to transition. But that hunger and that determination to just put my all into every day while I was in the league,
Mhm.
I feel like that could help me in another lane, which is now real estate. But I feel like just a lot of times throughout my career, there's Kendal knows a lot of times you get kicked down, you know what I mean? And you gotta have the will to be able to get back up
Mhm.
and not give up, basically. Just not quit, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, you're gonna need that because there's so many agents out there that think, oh, it's super easy. Just get my license, sell a bunch of real estate.
Right.
There's nothing like that. You got to build your business. It's like any other business. It's not going to just come to you. You have to work at it. And there are times where you want to give up, and there's times where you're like, oh my God, I'm never going to get through this. But the will and the drive, it has to be there every day, no matter what, because everything will be okay at the end. You'll go through roller coasters, and real estate is just like that. You'll have some good months, you'll have bad months, you'll have bad days, but with a strong mindset and a will and a focus every day, you can get through. And the support, you have a team that'll support you 100%.
As long as you're aware that it is like a roller coaster, like you said.
Yeah.
Because if you're aware of that, it really helps.
Yeah. I think the perception of a lot of people that get into real estate is, like I said earlier, I'm just going to make a bunch of money. I'm going to get rich quick. No, it takes time.
People make it seem easy too.
Yeah.
It's easy, which is crazy because you've seen there's a stat in Florida, and it's high. It's high. Don't quote me on the actual number, but 75% of agents or whatever in Florida have not sold a home.
That's crazy.
75.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
people don't see that. People don't see that. You got that's the thing, and
you only see the good.
Mm-hmm.
See the good.
And that's huge. You got to think about it. There's some 18, 19-year-old people that want to go into real estate and want to get their license and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It takes some years to be able to build that type of clientele. They didn't have the benefit of having a network of people through the NFL, or they're just literally figuring out, like, I'm not going to go to college. I'll probably just do this. and they got to really go out there and show people, hey, here's what I do. And honestly, who's going to let an 18, 19-year-old take care of that stuff? It's tough. So yeah, it's for the people who started young and they're doing it that way. Kudos.
I was thinking about that, bro. Like, because some of these kids, they come right out of high school and they start doing it.
Yeah. Well, some of them don't even want to work. I mean, put in the work.
Right. True too. I was thinking, if I would have tried to do this straight out of high school, I wouldn't have even been able to pay the resource fees.
Yeah. Cost.
I wouldn't have paid none of those invoices. It would have been cut.
Expensive. Yeah, no, seriously, I didn't think about that one.
I never understood why there's so many fees when you're first starting out. It's like, I'm not making any money. How do you expect me to pay all this?
Right, you know, like a couple dollars.
Your test, yeah.
Right.
I mean, you're starting your business, and you got to think when you start a business, it's kind of even more expensive.
Yeah.
We want to open a restaurant or want to, you know.
But you can get a loan for that. You can't get a loan for your fees.
Get a loan for this, you got to come out of pocket.
And they will snatch it up out your bank account too. I just learned that.
They're gonna get theirs.
They will get it at 12:01.
Right.
But it's crazy. I was talking to my wife about that, and she was like, "Man, like some of the people that are starting their own businesses and got to put $10,000-$20,000 down. It's tough. So it's tough. This is a blessing with the position that we're in to be able to do that and kind of keep growing from there. And again, you've built a good clientele of people, and now it's just getting yourself out there and telling them, hey, I'm Kameron Cline. Yes, I did play football, but that's
and they'll eat that up when you tell them that. They'll eat that up.
I've been trying to figure out how to like incorporate my NFL experience in things more often, because it's like I feel like there's a thin line between just like, hey, I'm an NFL player, hey, like trying to force people to ask me that I'm an NFL player without I'm trying to like get it across to them without being too like in your face, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure people just ask you off rip. Like, hey,
sometimes they don't. I'm like, sometimes I'll be throwing it out there like, oh yeah, you used to play ball. Okay, yeah. I'll be trying to give like little hints, and then I'll never ask. I'm like, okay, like.
Man, I was at the golf course on Saturday, and the group that we were paired with, I'm at the tee box. It's like, damn. He's like, your ass looks like you should be playing on Sunday tomorrow. I was like, yeah, actually, like I just retired.
You know,
it's big at this point, just big.
Yeah.
Do you golf, Kameron?
Try.
He will.
Yeah.
I try. I definitely need a little bit of practice, but I'm trying to get out there.
That's the best way to network too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm learning.
It's fun, bro. Like you'll have a good time when you come to Tampa, which needs to be soon. We're gonna go. We're gonna play 18.
Yeah, we gotta stop playing around. Huh?
Yeah. I'll bring a couple of beverages so we can have a good time.
But that might mess up my swing though. I'm really trying to get this swing down.
It's not about that, you know. Or being a little.
That's the thing. I don't treat it like it's about that every time, and I never get good.
Yeah, no, it's after about 9-10 holes, and whether you play well or not, you just start pounding them down, man. And
I feel like if you take it too serious, it ruins your whole mood. But I feel like if you go into it, like, okay, I might be bad today, I might not. I'm gonna just try to have a good time. You end up happy at the end. You're not trying to break the golf club.
Me and Judy husband went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went in San Diego, and it was a good time. And I'm new to golf.
Where y'all at? Torrey Pines?
We wish. It was called oh God, I forgot the course. It was beautiful though.
There's some nice courses out there.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And
it was a bit of a drive, right? Wherever you guys were.
Yeah, it was about 45 minutes to about an hour out.
Yeah.
Where were you guys staying at?
We stayed downtown.
Oh, right, because the event was down there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, hotel. Yeah. It was good.
San Diego. I miss San Diego. I told you I used to live there.
Yeah. Same. I miss it every day.
The goal is to definitely move back when we retire, hopefully.
So no Florida?
Excuse me? No.
Yeah, hey, I'm here now.
Come on, man.
Been there, done that. No.
So
Yeah, I
why
like
do you say
Vegas.
that?
What's that?
Why do you say no? Why is it a hard no?
Three reasons: hurricanes, big ass bugs,
Okay.
and the weather.
Okay.
The weather.
Humid. I hate humidity.
It is humid. You got that dry heat out there though, huh?
Yeah. And it's funny. I used to live in New York. I was born and raised there, but lived in the West Coast already, what, 30 years? So I'm used to the West Coast now. The dry heat is all
We were spoiled in San Diego though.
Oh yeah.
Weather,
It's
I didn't
year-round.
realize growing up there, I didn't realize
I
how
know.
good I had it out there
Yeah.
until I had to move away.
Yeah.
And then it was downhill from there.
I didn't appreciate it either until I moved out here, and I'm like, oh God, it was 100 what 100 degrees. But San Diego is like beautiful year round. It's getting hot there though. Every year it gets a little warmer. I don't know if you noticed that.
Hey, as long as it's not snowing where I'm at, I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why I moved to Florida. I was like, I don't even want a place that it gets cold.
Yeah. Well, you lived in Buffalo. How was that for a year? Oof.
Awful.
It's depressing up there.
Yeah, it's depressing.
You don't see the sun for 3 months.
No, stop it.
Yep.
You don't see the sun don't come out for 3 months.
Yeah.
How depressing is that?
It's
It is. Luckily, they're winning, because if they were going 4-13 every year, that might be the worst place to play in sports.
I've never been to Buffalo.
You got to go for a game and some wings, and maybe if you want to see like Niagara Falls or something. But
I'm dying to go there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We
So
have a good time.
you can make us a little trip out of it.
When's the best time to go? Like season wise?
I feel like the snow games are kind of cool, right, Vic? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Kind of cool, but it's like, do you really want to put up with that?
No.
You know?
The atmosphere for the Bills Mafia is there's nothing like it in the NFL. I would compare it more so to college than I would actually like actual NFL team.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's absolutely insane. They know how to throw a party. They know how to throw a party. So it's a good time. It's super loud in that stadium. You got people with their shirts off in 20-degree weather.
Yeah.
They're throwing
5 degrees.
That's insane.
Referees are like, hey, if somebody else throws a snowball, we're gonna throw a 15-yard penalty on the team. They're throwing snowballs at the ref now. Like it
is cool when they score and the audience just start throwing snow up in the air.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things I've seen.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just trying to stay as consistent as possible, and most of right now is just trying to figure out how to get leads. You know, I've been spamming open houses. I've been spamming anybody who asks me to do their open house, I'm like, yes. I've been trying to say yes more often. The old me would have said no to a lot of things. So I've been trying to be more open and just saying yes, like most of the time, you know, and just I don't know, you know how it is. It's been real slow at first, and I mean, I kind of expected it to be this way, but as of right now, I'm just trying to stay consistent and just keep trying to find leads in as many different ways as possible, whether it be social media or open house, or I've even tried cold calling. I don't know if I talked to you about that, Judy, but
whoa, how did that go?
Did we talk about that, Vic?
Yeah, we talk about it.
Okay, that was a huge adjustment for me too.
Yeah, it's a huge adjustment.
Doesn't even work anymore.
For some, yes. I never enjoyed it. I feel like, you know, the other person on the other side doesn't know me, so why would they trust me?
Right, and me personally, I don't like random people calling me random times of the day. I don't even know who they are or what they want. Yeah, I tried it. That was the first time I've been called a scammer, and I got cussed out the same day. And
that builds character, Cameron.
Yeah, that little piece of my soul left my body though that day. So yeah, definitely an adjustment that way.
Yeah, and you definitely can't take that personal. You know?
Right. And I'm trying to learn that. So,
have you door knocked?
That's one thing I haven't done either. But I thought about it the same way as cold calling. I'm like, yo, I don't like people I don't like people just coming up, random people just coming up to my front
Knocking on your
door.
door. What about in your neighborhood though? I mean, you're a neighbor.
That's a good place to start, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I started trying to door knock, I'll start in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
See how
Well,
it
I'm
goes.
your neighbor down the street. Just wanted to introduce myself. I'm a real estate agent now, and
Mhm.
if you have any questions about your home, or you interested in selling, just give me a call. That's it.
That's probably more efficient than cold calling, huh?
I'd rather do door knocking than cold
Yeah,
calling,
because you're right in front of them. They might not
face to
press
face.
you out on site like they do on the
Well, I
phone.
don't know, but I mean,
It depends on what type of neighbors you have.
That
Yeah.
is true. You never know. And I gotta keep a watch out for the no soliciting signs
yes, for sure.
because I have one.
I have that.
So,
Yeah.
I would. I actually had somebody that was soliciting. I'm not going to say who they were, but the guy walked up to my door, and I have a no soliciting sign. And the reason why is because I have a toddler, or a little younger than a toddler, but he has a nap time at the same time every single day. So I was like, I don't want anybody ringing on my doorbell, waking him up, and then he's just the devil for the rest of the day. So a guy walked up to the door, rung the doorbell, and I look at my camera. I'm like, okay. And then he sat there for a little bit, sat there, looked at the sign, came back, and then he was about to ring it again. And as soon as he was about to ring it again, I opened the door. Say, "Hey, man, what are you doing?"
you got some nerve.
Yeah, I was like, "Have you seen this? Have you seen the sign?" And he looked, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah." You looked right back at it. No, the answer is no. The answer is no.
You gotta respect the grind, though, I guess. But
Because my eyes have opened up now that I'm on the other side of it.
Mhm.
So now I'm looking at these guys trying to ignore the no soliciting sign because they out there starving. Now I have a different kind of respect for them, but still just don't walk up to my door.
Holidays are a good place to try to do those at. On Halloween, I walked around the neighborhood with Zane, and people had their, the candy out, and I just try to stop by each home and just talk. And obviously Zane was a big talking piece, and most of my neighbors know that obviously we play ball and stuff. So it's just a good talking point, and you get to introduce yourself and tell them who you are, and the more you just see your face, the more they'll recognize, like, hey, oh yeah, this guy, he's, because I mean, in our neighborhood, I don't know how big your neighborhood is. I don't have a big one, so I want people to think, hey, if I need anything real estate, Kendal doesn't have in mind. Like little stuff, I'll send mailers, I sent the Tampa Bay Bucks schedule, even though I know some of them aren't even Tampa Bay fans, but it'll have my name and have my face on it. Like, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know.
Basically, just focus on your own personal neighborhood.
I mean,
start out.
It benefits you. I mean, you're the expert of the neighborhood, right? So the more they know that you're there, you live there, you're a real estate agent. Yeah, for sure. So if you have, your home is under an HOA, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like every other
part of the board.
Be part of the board.
Like 65% of the Florida neighborhoods is HOA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see if you can go to the board meetings, meet the people, because a lot of people on the board obviously are part of the neighborhood too. And see if there's I know for my neighborhood we host for every holiday, they have things in the community to bring people together from all, not just my little community, but others within. And there's a lot of parents and kids and people that you can meet. So.
And my neighborhood, so it is a new build neighborhood. So they just like finished building up the last few homes. The neighborhood's kind of settling in right now. It's finally starting to kind of settle in. So I think it'd be a good time to start doing.
Perfect time. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually try to be a part of the board for 2026.
Wait, so you're gonna join
board?
Mm-hmm. So when you join the HOA board, are you now one of the people like looking at the houses and sending out fines? Or
It is. Yeah. So there's an association that helps manage it. The board members are the people that live in the neighborhood. So they'll make sure that everything's running smooth. What they hired the HOA management team is to enforce all the rules. So whenever they do take that picture, they'll give it to management and they'll send out the nice little letter that says, "We'll fine you."
they're getting slick with it too. They don't even get out the car.
Oh yeah, no.
No, they don't.
They just sit in the
Go down
car.
the window and just
Yeah, they're doing
Because they
drive-by.
know if they step out, someone can come out and
Yeah,
cuss them out.
somebody having a bad day, you never know.
Yeah.
somebody was waiting. I was waiting all day to cut somebody out. You just gave you a reason to do it, and they get the business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of
I used
people probably waiting for that day.
I used to do it, yeah. So I was the one that was sending out all the letters and got cussed out every day over the phone, via email. I'm like, I'm just enforcing. I just work here. I'm enforcing. If you have an issue, come to the board meetings. But it wasn't fun. It was hell every day working for them because all you hear all day is complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think a lot of enemies doing that. I mean, yeah. Shout out to her.
You could keep going on and on about the HOA.
Shout out to
Oh
her.
yeah. We can have a whole segment on that.
Y'all do the best y'all can. I ain't got no smoke with y'all. Yeah,
They're so powerful, bro.
Yeah.
They're so powerful.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's pros and cons. I think it's good to have an HOA because at least your property value won't drop because someone's has a car that hasn't moved in years and is not taking care of their lawn and but at the same time it's a pain, so Kameron, what does your future look like with what do you want to accomplish being such a new agent? What's your goal?
To build a decent size referral pipeline, a decent size lead database for this next year. I just want to just keep staying consistent without giving up on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at right now.
For the first year, it's all about your activities. What are you doing every day to get to the next year? Because it's like building a business. You're going to have the first 1 or 2 years is going to be rough. It's all about building it. So right now, that's the stage you're in. You're building your business.
Right, and it's also hard too. And I'm sure a lot of people go through it. You went through it. You started going part-time because you needed a steady income. That's one of the things people don't talk about either. This isn't a steady income at all.
It's not a 9 to 5.
It's either you're all in or you got to figure something else out, trying to put all my energy into this.
It'll pay off. Just stay consistent, stay persistent. Lean on Judy. I ask her 1,000 questions a day. Seems like, and when I don't talk to Judy, I kind of I feel like I missed out on something. But I feel like it's normal though, especially us. Like for me, I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Like you're gonna make mistakes along the way. I've made my fair share of them so far. And it's just a matter of just not making the big mistakes that's going to get you sued and all that type of crazy stuff. But lean on her for a lot of the stuff that we haven't been through yet that she has.
Right. Yeah. And as of right now, I'm kind of in a weird position. I'm like, it's kind of plateaued right now. I'm kind of just like, I feel like I'm just doing the same things over and over again. I haven't really got to really get experience doing the whole process, I haven't. Like, I know you're probably asking so many questions because you're about to close on 2 properties. What'd you say, this week?
Yeah, this week, yeah.
So yeah, congrats again, but once I start, like I get a client to work with, I go through that whole process, I will be sending you 10 text messages a day.
It's like at this point, it's unknown to you. So you don't know what to ask until you're actually in it.
The course that we took, like,
last week about it. It's stupid.
Yeah, I saw it. Like, what do we like?
Yeah, they don't teach you
nothing. None of the important stuff, huh?
a bunch of vocabulary that I still have yet to use, people.
Right. Jeez, man.
Yeah, no, you learn as you go. You learn as you're doing it. So, but like Kendal said, we're here for you 100%. Even when you don't have a client, if there's something that, you know, you're struggling with, and like you said a few minutes ago, you've hit that plateau. You know, it's like when you work out, you know, you've hit that plateau, you can't lose the weight. You know, what do I need to do differently to you know, to make that scale go, you know, down? You have to figure out a different way. That's why it's good to stay consistent and keep the focus every day. This is what I'm going to do today, and the next day, make sure you're grinding every day. There's not one day that goes, but even I always say real estate agents don't get off days. We just have to, you know, figure out some time, carve some time out for family and friends. But it's a 7-day-a-week job.
Right.
And you have to treat it that way because it is your business. No one's going to build it for you.
No, not at all. And the one more thing to piggyback off of that is that, again, Cam, I keep using football analogies just because we grew up in it. And
language.
Yeah, and what do they usually say? It's doing the ordinary over and over and over and over again the right way you're gonna get results from that. So all the boring stuff you're doing right now, as far as checking in with your, you know, with some leads or trying to get potential leads, posting on social media, getting out in these events and doing all these things that seem dumb sometimes. It was like, oh, I don't want to do this, or you're going to speak to other agents like, oh, well, these aren't actual clients, like these aren't people that I'm actually going to be working for. But you do that over and over and over again, it's going to work out. And it's the people that are always inconsistent. And especially from what I've seen, all the successful agents are just persistent. And again, they do the little things the right way over and over and over and over again, and then they just build a clientele. And then at the end of the day, they have a whole group of people that call them for, you know, assistance. So, and Judy was the same way. I told you how I even met Judy. She was always at these little events. I'm like, what the hell is this lady over here? Hey man, y'all know these people? Like, they're like, yeah, they cool. I'm like, okay, cool. So then we started talking, and it wasn't even real estate. We didn't even talk real estate at first. And Judy was just trying to figure out who we were as people. I need help. I need to find a buy home. And it was like, hey, by the way, I'm buying a home. And she was like, okay.
Cool. That was years later. So
that was years later. Yeah.
So if you think about it, you're building those relationships, and then over time, you know, the more you stay connected with people you build those relationships with, eventually something will happen.
And I feel like the relationship that I have, it sounds like it was pretty natural how it came about. I feel like those are the best type of relationships, the ones that are just natural. You like the person without even knowing what they do, you know, and then you find out later that you're a realtor, and it's okay. Judy. So
it was very organic. I will say though, when I met Hank, I was so persistent on trying to get him as a client, and I DM'd him almost every day. You can ask him. He's like, the reason why I picked you out of all these agents, because he said a lot of agents were reaching out to me, and the only reason why I picked you is because you were persistent. That right there, just it made me feel like, okay, all the work and all the, oh my God, what ifs? Why isn't he responding? You know, because when you don't get a response back, you're like, shit, what am I doing wrong?
Right. It happens a lot.
Yeah, and it paid off.
And that's one thing I'm learning, just really putting myself in position to even be able to meet people. Just being there. I feel like just being somewhere like at these events, or just going to whatever you can. I feel like just being there sets you up for success, because you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah. I mean, it sets you apart too, because there's a lot of agents out there, and everyone knows at least one agent, right? I mean, I know before I got my license, I knew my friends had licenses, and it's all about building that relationship strong enough to know that, you know, no matter how many friends I do know or people I do know in my circle of influence that are real estate agents, I'm always going to go to Kameron no matter what. Because I know, you know, I've built that strong relationship with him.
Right. Right. And it's a more personal relationship, right? Rather than just a business transaction relationship. So
yeah,
getting there, we're learning.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it's rewarding too. The first time home buyer that I have closing on this week, like this is something that they've been looking forward to their whole life. They've been together a very long time. Younger couple, they're around our age, but I mean, people doing this for the first time and they don't really know what they don't know about it, and the satisfaction you get when they get to the closing table and they find their home that they really love, and it's super rewarding. So it's awesome. We went to the inspection and they went and they were just awed with the house, just in awe. And I was talking to the other agent and he was just like, man, this is what it's about. I'm like, yep, it's pretty cool to see that. So
that's one of the reasons, another good reason why I got my license, because I bought my first house without an agent, and it was scary. I don't even know how my husband and I did it, but going through that process ourselves, I realized there is a need for good agents that, to Kendal's point, that care about people and they're there for their best interests. And it is very rewarding when you see a couple or a single person that's never owned a house and you've helped them, because it's a big purchase for them. So
Really all about is actually trying to help people rather than just a money drive, you know. It's
you're
trying to help
them, you know, and educating them. Because can you imagine, let's say you just got your license, you're learning. Can you imagine them not even knowing anything about real estate? At least you took a class, you understand a little bit, but they're totally clueless on you know, the different steps and what to look out for, and you know, it's a lot.
And they'll ask you questions and you're supposed to be the outlet for them. And that's the thing, especially with them. Like my clients, they ask me a whole, and I want them to. I was like, hey, I want you to ask me all the questions. I don't want you to feel like you're led astray on anything. And if you need me to repeat something, let me know that as well. And I tell them, I was like, do not hesitate. If you need to call me, cool. And if you get off the phone and you need to call me 3 minutes later, call me. I'm literally here for you, so everything runs smoothly and stuff like that. So like we were talking about earlier, Judy, you were talking about like agents that don't communicate with you, or whatever. They don't pick their phone up. They don't text back. I hate that. I will have my phone on me. If you need to call me for anything as a client, I will be there to pick up the phone. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And if I don't pick up, and if I'm doing something, best believe you will get a call back in an appropriate time manner rather than the next day.
Right.
That goes so people love that, and that goes really far. I mean, that's what really separates you from the rest, for sure.
That's like one of the biggest things, just communication, huh?
Yeah, it's I call it the post-COVID curse people have now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, you're in this type of business, you have to communicate. I mean, the timelines and deadlines, and I just don't get how there's agents that are out there that don't. I just don't get it. But
it has me confused. I don't get it either. Like, how do you not communicate in this business when it's about communication?
It's Cameron. I'm just curious. Do you go by Cam?
Yeah.
Okay. I kept meaning to ask you that. I'm like, I wonder if Cam is, you know, does he allow just anyone to call him Cam, or is it just, you know, if you're friends?
I definitely prefer Cam.
Do you? Okay.
Right now I'm in a weird space right now though, because like I want to be professional when I'm meeting people, so I'll just go Cameron. But if you like know me for real, you're gonna say Cam.
Cam. Okay. Yeah. Right. I've been meaning to ask you that. And I think I called you Cam once or twice. I'm like, oh shit. I guess I should have asked.
I called you Cameron a day in my life.
Most people I'm closest with, they never said that.
Yeah.
So when they do say it, I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on? Am I in trouble or something?
Yeah.
My legal name is Judith, but I hate going by Judith. But professionally, I keep it, but I prefer Judy. Yeah. Right. So I get it.
I can't call you by your government name either.
My government name.
I call it Kendal Vic. So Kendal, I never.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I never.
Vic.
You know what? And this is I don't know if this is like a gender. Most women call me Kendal by my actual name.
Right.
If it's a dude, women and family call me Kendal. If you're a friend of mine and you're
Vic?
a dude, like you call me Vic.
People ever called you Ken?
No,
Never?
that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. Ken.
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna call you Ken when I'm mad at you. That's what I'm gonna do.
It don't even sound right.
This is like, oh shit.
All right, Campbell, thank you so much for joining us. You know, it's really special because we don't get to see each other often, obviously. I mean, with me in Nevada, you in Florida, even Kendal is in Florida as well as you, but you know, we're in totally different cities, and we're fortunate to have tools like this to see each other. I know we always communicate via text or email, but it's always good face to face. So thank you for joining our show.
Thank you guys for having me. It was an honor.
So join us for our next episode, which is episode 3. You don't want to miss it. And thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell so you'll get notified for our next episode. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys.